December. Monday. I always thought I wanted to be rich and famous, but now I'm starting to wonder if fame and fortune are worth all the hassle. I'm sure it would be great to be a celebrity, because it'd be nice to get the rock star treatment and see your name in lights. Just imagine, Greg the Musical. But there's only so much attention one person can take, and I bet that kind of thing would get kind of old after a while. If you're famous, you can't just turn it off whenever it's inconvenient, and it wouldn't be much fun getting mobbed for autographs and selfies all the time. I don't think I could handle people surrounding me every time I used a public bathroom. When you're a celebrity, you can't even take care of your personal business without everyone finding out and posting about it on social media. Greg Heffley, spotted at the toenail fungus clinic on Thursday. And when you're out in public, someone's bound to snap a picture of you when you're not looking your best. Is that a booger in Greg Heffley's nose? On top of that, everyone feels like they have the right to know all the details about your personal relationships, which can't be a lot of fun either. Snooper magazine reports, split, Trisha dumps Greg. Was it the booger? Speaking of relationships, when you're a celebrity, you never know who you can trust, because even the people closest to you will be happy to air your dirty laundry if the price is right. Gossip Weekly cover story, Greg's mom tells all. He was a bedwetter. Plus, Manny spills the beans. The celebrities who have it the worst are former child stars, because after they grow up and fall out of the spotlight, they have to learn how to live like regular people. And I'm sure it's no fun being someone who used to be famous. Celebs, where are they now? Greg Heffley. Then, now, sanitation worker. People recognize former child stars even after they've become adults. And I'd like to be able to enjoy a meal with my family in public without getting hassled by fans later on, demanding, "Say Zooey Mama, say it!" And me having to explain, that wasn't even me. Don't get me wrong, it would be nice to have mansions and expensive cars and all the other stuff that comes with being famous. I just wouldn't want to deal with the downside of fame. That's why it would be awesome to be friends with someone who's famous. Then you'd get all the perks of being a celebrity without any of the negatives. Famous people are always traveling the world and going on fancy vacations, and I could definitely see myself getting used to that kind of lifestyle, especially if I wasn't the one paying. If my friend Rowley got famous, I could totally enjoy his private jet while he dealt with the photographers and reporters. Plus, if you're friends with someone who has more money than you can always count on them to pick up the tab, while you make unreasonable demands. Does this steak look medium rare to you? And if you and your famous friend ever have a falling out, it wouldn't be the end of the world, because people will pay good money for juicy celebrity gossip. Gossip Weekly cover story, Greg Heffley tells all. Rowley Jefferson is a bad tipper and all-around cheapskate. The only problem with my plan is that I don't have any friends who are on track to become famous. And even though I've tried to encourage my friend Rowley to start making a name for himself, he just doesn't seem all that interested in becoming the amazing Rowley human cannonball. So I've decided that what would be even better than being friends with a celebrity is being related to one. Because you know your Christmas presents are going to be way nicer if you've got a rich person in the family. My older brother, Rodrick, actually has big plans to become a famous musician. But I just don't know how realistic it is to be successful when your band's name is Löded Diper. Aside from their name, Löded Diper has a few obstacles standing in their way. The first one is that they still practice in our basement, even though my parents probably wish they didn't. It seems to ruin their dinner parties when everyone hears, "We're leaking through your speakers like a chocolate cow," blasting from the basement. On top of that, Löded Diper hasn't played an actual show in more than a year, and the only member of the band who's not in high school is the lead singer, Bill. But he's 35 years old and lives in his grandma's basement. Even with all that, Rodrick still thinks Löded Diper can make it to the big time, and he's come up with a plan for how they can do it. There's a competition called the Battle of the Bands that's held every year, and Rodrick thinks if Löded Diper works hard to get ready, they can actually win it. Rodrick's favorite band, Chihuahua, won the Battle of the Bands when they were just starting out. I'm not a big fan of that kind of music, and the only reason I've even heard of Chihuahua is because Rodrick's bedroom is plastered with their posters. Rodrick says the Battle of the Bands competition launched Chihuahua's career, and afterward, they were on the cover of every magazine. Ear Splitter Monthly, Top Dog, Chihuahua leads the pack. Cymbal Enthusiast, how Chihuahua's Sebastian Sleeves took a bite out of rock and roll. And Concerned Parent, Bad to the Bone, how heavy metal music is corrupting our youth. Chihuahua broke up before Rodrick got a chance to see them play, so everything he knows about them is from magazine articles and old concert footage. But when Bill was 10 years old, his grandma took him to see Chihuahua on their last tour, and he's always bragging about it to Rodrick. In fact, sometimes Bill still wears the t-shirt he got from that concert, even though he probably shouldn't, because it doesn't even come close to covering his large belly. I have no idea if it's realistic for Löded Diper to win this competition or not. But if Rodrick's band actually goes on to fame and fortune, I'm gonna be the one to tell their story. Because if I have to suffer through Löded Diper's band practices, I figure I might as well get something out of it. With my tell-all book, Diper Överlöde, the inside scoop on the world's most revolting band, by Greg Heffley. Wednesday. Rodrick told his bandmates that one of the reasons Chihuahua got people to take them seriously early on was because whenever they were out in public, they looked like they were already famous. Even when they were just in line at Burger Gobbler, they wore top hats and bandanas and went shirtless. He said the first step in making people think you're a rock star is to dress like one. So, the other night, the guys went to the mall to buy some cool outfits, but they found out that trendy clothes are really expensive, and that ripped jeans cost twice as much as brand new ones. So, they left without buying anything. They came back to our house and ripped their own jeans. But when Mom found them piled up in Rodrick's room, she put patches on the holes, and I'm pretty sure she ironed them too. After that, the guys went to the Goodwill store where you can get used clothes pretty cheap. And Bill put together an outfit of bell-bottom pants, a long vest, bracelets, and a necklace, which he thought made him look like the lead singer of a rock band. But it turned out that half the clothes Bill bought had been donated to the store by his grandma. So she made him turn right around and return them. Then Mackie had an idea. He said they could just buy rock star costumes because the Halloween outlet near us was having an after-season clearance sale, and everybody agreed that seemed like a smart plan. So they each bought a rock superstar costume that, according to the box, came with a guitar. But the costumes didn't look anything like they did on the packaging. They were more like plastic aprons than cool outfits, and the guitars were miniature inflatables. If the guys ever go out in public wearing those plastic aprons, I really hope Bill wears some pants underneath, because those costumes only cover the front. Thursday. Rodrick says that every serious band gets professional photos taken so they can use them on posters and album covers. But it turns out, professional photographers are expensive. So, Rodrick's been looking into other options. The option he settled on was asking Mom to take the pictures, because she offered to do it for free. So, they spent the afternoon doing a photo shoot in our backyard. But it was hard to get a shot where there wasn't a fence or a swing set in the background. After a while, they ditched their costumes and just tried using the stuff around them. But they ended up with a bunch of pictures with rakes, shovels, and wheelbarrows that they're probably not going to use. Mom said the guys looked too serious in all the pictures, and music was supposed to be fun.